Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Chris Burns Outdoors. Thought I'd do a little video on the BFL volunteer schedule coming up for our 2023 season. So I'm heading over my buddy Matt Malone's house right now. He's my travel partner. Him and I do a lot of traveling through all the tournaments and share a lot of the expenses and stuff. So we were going to get together tonight, have some dinner, and go through the calendar, look at some practice days, talk a little bit about the schedule, what we like about it, what we don't like about it, and then try and put a game plan together. What we try to do is we might not fish every weekend together, so he'll fish some weekends that I can't fish, and then if we do get to fish together, we break down different parts of that lake, and then we kind of work on sharing some info. 150 to 200 boats, it helps to pair up with somebody to go around and break down these lakes. So I also had him pick me up the Signature Series Daiwa spinning rod at a Black Friday deal at one of the places, Just Fishing, which is a pretty cool bait shop here. It's got tons of, I shouldn't say bait shop, it's really a tackle shop. It's got tons of tackle. They had some great deals, and I was in New York home for Thanksgiving, so he ran over and picked that up for me. So he's going to go ahead, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that from him tonight. Like I said, have some dinner, go through the schedule a little bit, talk a little bit of fishing. I thought I'd just bring you guys in on that, and you can get our thoughts on our schedule and kind of how we game plan a little bit for, this is just really the first part of our game planning. So tonight will basically just be, okay, where are we going to stay, which we've fished these lakes before, so we have a lot of good ideas of the areas that the places that we stay, and but then we'll kind of break down our practice schedule and find out what he's got going on for the month of January and what I've got going on for the month of January. The first tournament's on Chickamauga, and that is February 11th. So we'll go ahead and put all that together, guys. So we'll see you here shortly. Once I get over to Matt's, I'll bring you all back in. All right, see you soon.
Yeah, it better be a good one.
This is so.
This is some munchable shit.
My old buddy Matt taking care of me with some, you know me guys, all my videos I have some type of potato. And then what we're doing is, what you got going on over there, Matt?
This is some Thanksgiving leftovers, redneck chicken parm. We're making the best out of it.
So we didn't have marinara, so we're using pizza sauce and Colby Jack.
Hey man, good enough for who it's for.
That's right, man. We're not picky. We're fishermen. We eat just about anything. So yeah, we're gonna get this dinner here going. Here we are. How's that look, boy? That's pretty darn good. Gotta love it. That's one thing old Matt can cook. You'll meet our other travel buddy, Bridwell. And Matt and I eat one way and Bridwell eats another. We eat well and he eats cheap. Actually, we did that lasagna last year, which was pretty good. My wife loves chicken parm.
Good. How are you?
Good. So Matt's my, like I told you guys earlier, my travel partner. We kind of split our expenses and travel around the great state of Tennessee and try and catch a ton of fish.
That's right, man. That's the goal. Try to at least.
Yeah. So we thought we'd just get with you guys tonight, bring you in on the channel a little bit, and talk about our fishing schedule, what we think about each lake, the good, the bads, the uglies. I know right off the bat we're a little upset about the Douglas Lake. I think that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it is. But if the proposed changes go in with it, Douglas isn't going to be much of a tournament lake in the summer. So
what is that? They're saying that.
I forget the details, but it's a slot limit. You basically got one over a slot, similar to Del Hollow, to try to recoup the quality.
Yeah.
Probably good for the lake, but not good for us wanting to fish a tournament on it. So.
Yeah, and so first up we've got Chickamauga, February 11th.
That's right.
And that lake there, we've struggled on that lake. That's where your boat broke down.
That is, yeah.
So Matt's got a 721 Pro Phoenix, which is a freaking awesome boat. But you've owned it. You only owned it what? At that point, it wasn't long.
No, I think I got it in August last year. That was my first big tournament out of it, and yeah, I ran 28 miles down the river and got on some fish early, and started to make a run up the river, and the lower unit went out. So, yeah, brand new boat, and thank God for Towboat US, because I had a long haul back to the ramp.
Which brings up a good point, guys. You can't go wrong to put that on your insurance. When you own bass boats, you're not fishing in normally a 1 or 2 mile radius from the ramp. I mean, these got 50-gallon gas tanks on them, so you can run couple hundred miles at times. So having the towboat is definitely a plus, and then there again, having the travel partner is a plus, because in that situation,
that's right,
it worked out really good. He was able to call the towboat. Got that working. He called me. His co-angler actually had a good bag, if I remember.
Yeah. He went in, and I think he got a top 20. I think it's 15th.
He
or
got
14th.
a check.
So,
yeah. So I ran down, found out where he was at, ran up to him, grabbed his co-angler. You are allowed to do that. We got his fish into the live well of my boat, and we were able to get back to the ramp. We literally got back to the ramp. I think we had like 10, 15 seconds left to go. His co-angler went up, ended up cashing out a check, and of course Matt stayed with the boat till the towboat came.
Yeah, I got back at 11 p.m. that night.
Yeah, that was a long day, and but there you go. So you're with a partner. It's good to team up a little bit, especially on some of these bigger waters. So the Chick has been difficult. The wintertime, A-rig has been our, a big deal there. A lot of people throw the A-rig. The thing with winter fishing here in East Tennessee and down by the Chick is, especially the Chickamauga, is that big bite, we'll call them, that 10-pounder could come at any time. I mean, there was a couple one last year. I think the big fish was over 10.
Yeah, you can get made look silly there. You just see some big backs come in, and you can come in with your tail tucked if you're not careful. So.
Yeah, so that'll play a role into it. The swim bait usually plays a big role down there that time of year. The big thing too is it's cold. I mean, it's hit and miss really, but the grass is dead during the springtime and the summer. The grass is pretty heavy from what I've heard. We've never really had a chance to fish it.
Yeah, I've been down there in the summer. It looks like a totally different lake.
Yeah, so. A lot of ledges, find the bait fish, you find the bass. So that's kind of how that goes. I mean, actually, even last year's tournament, it was delayed. We had snow. So the tournament was on Saturday. They postponed it till Sunday. That last year, the last 2 years, this will be our third year fishing it, but that was always the last Saturday of January. So this year they moved it up to February 11th. I don't know if that's going to help a whole lot. But
I think it will. I think it'll push them into a little bit better of that classic wintertime Tennessee River pattern.
Yeah,
is usually just starting at the end of January. So at least for me. So I think it'll be a good one.
So that's the Chick. Matt's got a good friend that has a really nice house on the lake. We usually go down there and we'll stay there and we'll practice out of that area. It's 15 minutes to the boat ramp, 20 minutes to the boat ramp. I mean, the water level drops at the Chick that time of year. I don't know, what does it go down? It's down enough where we can't use the dock there. So.
Yeah, it'll be down about 6 foot, but that's a big drop for
yeah.
Chick.
So, but we'll stay down there. I'll have some practice videos in on that, and a really nice place. We really enjoy staying down there, and Matt's friend there, the hospitality's been awesome over the last couple of years. So February 11th for that one. Then we move into Norris, right?
Norris, yeah, we skipped March, which is unfortunate because that's the best month just about on every lake around here, in my opinion at least. Some may differ on that, but yeah, April 16th on Norris is the next one. 15th, excuse me.
So never fished Norris, have you?
I have, yeah. It's a good lake, especially that time of year. They'll probably be in the spawn. It's a great pre-spawn lake. I'd say smallmouth will be spawning, and if not over, and then largemouth will be right behind. So it'll be
Clear lake, real
mixed
clear?
bag. Yeah, I mean, you know how the lakes are around here.
That type of clear though is what they're talking about, as far as like a Watauga type clear.
It can get as clear as Watauga, but I've been there where it's chocolate milk. So
Yeah.
April, you've got, you know, it's East Tennessee. It rains like crazy, so it'll be hit or miss. But yeah, it's typically pretty clear.
So mixed bag. We're thinking probably mixed bag on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't fished too many tournaments. My best bags there have come in the winter for smallmouth.
Yeah.
But there's big largemouth in there too. So I would say it'd be similar to Cherokee. We see a lot of mixed bags, but your best ones will be brown.
Yeah.
If I were to guess.
So looking forward to Norris. Hopefully that's like I said, a new lake for me. I'm glad to get that one underneath my belt and learn a little bit about it. Heard a lot of great things. So that's March 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Then we move finally into a little
South Holston.
Yeah,
Yeah, May 20th, South
May
Holston.
12th, Yep. Which I love South Holston.
Yeah,
And I
it's
love it
lovely.
that time of year. The greenworm bite should be
That'll
just
be-
toward the end of that.
Yeah, it'll
probably,
be
right?
packed up and gone. It'll be a
Yeah.
spawn bite.
Yeah. So they'll probably fish a little bit different than what we've fished it in the last few years. But
Yeah.
South Holston's a beautiful lake, mountains all around it. How have you done on that lake? You've actually cashed a check on South Holston, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple. Not in the BFLs. I had a tough turn. I think I had 12 pounds, and last year's got me to, I don't know, 60, 70 or something like that. But
Yeah.
cast a couple checks in some other tournaments, won some clubs there. So by no means an expert, but there's some big fish there.
Yeah.
That's a really good smallmouth lake.
Yeah, that'll be definitely a smallmouth. Whoever wins that will win it off smallmouth.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some big largemouth. But yeah, if you have a mixed bag and you're up in there, it'll probably be at least 3 of them will be brown.
Yeah.
Fish will be keyed in on bait. I think the spawn will be over, but we'll see.
Then from there, South Holston, then we move into
I think it's Lost Bar.
Watts Bar, which
June
is
24th.
June 24th, which both Matt and I don't think we can. I know I can't fish it. My daughter graduates from high school, so I definitely not getting out of that one. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's looking unlikely. That'll
but
be a
June
tough one.
24th on Watts Bar. I really not missing much. So the way that works, too, guys, as long as you pay for the tournament and don't fish it, you're still able to make the regionals. So what's got to happen is we're shrinking our season down from basically 5 tournaments down to 4 to try and make the regionals, which whatever, I accept the challenge. It is what it is. There's certain things. We're weekend warriors. That's what we do. We know that we do it. And family comes first. Our fishing comes second. We do maneuver quite well, though, to get our fishing in.
That's right. Yeah, we work plenty, but we fish plenty too.
And Matt's even changing his, making sure his wedding's in the summertime and not the springtime, that sort of thing.
That's right. Priorities, fellas. Priorities.
So that's been a really tough lake over the years, the last couple of years fishing that. So, like I said, last year I caught 1 fish on Watts Bar. That 1 fish made me get into, I got into the regionals off of it. So, but I'm okay with missing that. Then we move into pretty much my home lake around here. It's the closest lake to where I stay is Cherokee.
That's right. I was trying to get the date on that. That's either
September
end of September or
30th
early October.
through
1 or 2.
October 1. It's those 2 days. September 30th to October 1st on Cherokee, which there again, that's not going to be an easy tournament at all. That's a 2-day tournament. That's called the Super Tournament. And the way that works is your points double for all the fish you catch during that 2-day tournament. You don't automatically get the second day. You fish the first day, and then the top 12 or top 20.
I think 20%.
Yeah, top 20% move on to day 2, and then but all your points accumulate there to double up. So I'm glad I'm not missing that, and Matt's not either. But Cherokee, that'll probably be smallmouth in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Because you're able to keep the slot. What is it still? Well, they'd have to be 18 inches then, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've got to see that slot lift sometime in, I believe, October. So I think it'll be before that.
Yeah.
So I think you get 18 inch. I think it's 1 over. So that'll be an interesting one.
That'll be an interesting. That could go either way. So that's kind of the schedule for this year. We're looking forward to it. Should be fun. And so what Matt and I do normally is we'll look at our calendar for January. Like kind of told you earlier, we don't fish every weekend together. He'll go ahead and you know, the weekends that I can't fish it, you know, we'll take the map out, we'll start breaking down areas, and then we just basically eliminate water.
Yeah.
And then
a lot to work through.
Yeah, it's a lot. And these lakes are big and they're long. They're not wide, they're long. They're not like from like back in, you know, the northern states where, you know, when you look at a lake, some of the lakes I fished back there, you can't even see across. So I thought we would talk through the schedule with you and just kind of give you an idea what we have coming up here for next year. We'll have the practice videos coming out starting in January, and we're looking forward to it. So thanks for coming along with us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and we will